Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today on my day of power, as above, so below. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATR. I am practicing universal laws on this platform. I do not share or teach my personal beliefs, or do I teach my personal practices, but I do teach universal laws. On this particular platform, it is geared to melanated people and having them that are in the church that are practicing the ATR, and those that are left the church and still practicing the ATR but got church influence. What's up, my jelly sweet Gemini? Happy 4th to each and every one of you guys. I was going to try to do this particular live on TikTok, and I realized with what I'm going to talk about, it ain't going to make it. It's probably going to be held as hate speech, and so therefore I want to be able to share this information and this knowledge with those that actually practice magic and desire to operate in their spirituality. And one of the things I do not do, I don't do the delusions. And so I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you for being there. There's my Stormy in the house. Much of Sagittarius from Detroit. Then I got my Jelly Sweets in the house. And Shamari, thank you so much. As you guys are being notified that Chief Apostle is live, I want to say first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, Paulo, Mystic, and Ajay. I was going to come on a little earlier, but I was in pain. I've been going through in my body. It's going from one thing to the next, and that's just what it is. So I want to share some information with you guys. What's up there, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina? What's up, Demetrius in the house, Gemini in the house, and then we got my my Renee, my 69. What's up, that's Crab Cake, Monique 444. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this platform. To melanated people all over this world that watch and pay attention to the things that are shared on this particular lives and these on this particular platform, I want to say to each and every one of you guys, it is a personal privilege of mine, understanding that it is a lot of work to be done when it comes down to real magic, real spirituality, and that I realize that a lot of people have omitted the work of their particular destiny because they are so busy trying to become popular on social media. Social media is a very good and effective tool to reach out to the masses, but at the end of the day, you got to know who you are here trying to resonate with me. And so therefore, I want to say thank you to those that are on my platform that are here for the truth and here for knowledge, wisdom. I can only share what has been revealed to me. And I want to talk about today on my day of power. These are the things that I find conjure very necessary for, but when people don't understand the reality of things, and so therefore they don't see a need to do certain work, certain conjures, people I've encouraged to do graveyard work. I encourage them to step their game up. I would never tell you what to do with your money, your time, or your energy, but I would encourage you, and I do not use scare tactics. What I am trying to do is give you a logical and sober-minded reason why you need to step up on your conjure, why you need the tools that you need of. I do realize that Christianity has really messed a lot of us up, and so therefore me abiding in Christianity is because I understand that where Christianity comes from, and so that I practice the ATRs effectively even in Christianity because I understand Kemet, I understand Egyptology, and so therefore I can still benefit spiritually even in my melanated tabernacle. So I want to say also hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. I had it has been so hot out there, but I have been taking antibiotics, and I've been doing yogurt because I've never been a breakfast person, and so I eat very late in the day. But when you're taking certain type of medications, it's not, especially how hot it was, and I had overheated today, and I like literally almost passed out. And at 7-Eleven, and a lot of people don't share this, but it don't bother me none. I had overheated, and that medication had nauseated me, and so I was able to recover really swiftly. The black lady behind. This is why I tell you, I don't care where you at in society, you need some melanated people. Are all melanated people for black people? No, they are not. But the owner or the other lady that was working there, she kept calling. She said, "There's a man on the floor, And I don't know if she's Palestinian or whatever. She was not interested. The girl kept calling her, no, you need to come over here and see what's going on with him. And she was still trying to run the register. And that black woman, once again, Mafedi Fun Oya Yanza, stayed with me, and she was like, so then the lady did come. She was like, do you want some water? I said, yeah. And so she, so I paid for it, go get the water. It wasn't I didn't have money, I overheated, and my body started, I started getting very nauseous. And so good thing the floor was cold. I don't know about clean, but it was definitely cold, which it cooled my body down really fast. Once I drank the water, I was able to get up, finish my purchase, and I sat in there, and I told you guys I have really been trying to take better care of myself and do the things that I need to do for me when it comes down to my health. And a lot of times I go to the extreme because I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. But it was just that it was too hot, and the antibiotics triggered by that heat, it was not a good combo. So I am fine. I just been getting a lot of rest. I stayed in bed earlier today. I was just shocked that I was still in bed. I like to keep it real with y'all. I do a lot of conjure. I put a lot of pressure on myself to get orders out and to do consultations and all these different things because I really want to be able to be proficient for many of you guys. Because, and I'm gonna tell you, this is the real reason. I feel like a lot of you guys got fucked over. I'm being honest with you. I do realize that there are going to be people that try to take advantage of me, but the reason I fight so hard because I feel like the church world has fucked a lot of you over. I feel that the people in Ocha, in the Palo community has fucked melanated people over. I feel the system itself in the United States have fucked. And so somebody has to fight. Somebody has to stand. And I know that I have to do better with myself, but I want to tell you a great motivator that I have. No, I'm a king. I'm not a prince. My Fedi Fun. Oh, yeah, Yanza. What's up there, Chris, my Sagittarius from Philadelphia? What's up, my Triranda Aries from Florida, Sunshine State. Now, why do I share these things? Because I can easily keep these things up on the wrap. I have no intention of hiding things from you. I want you to understand all the things that your body has to go through in order to be proficient in magic, and taking care of yourself is a part of that. And I was drinking water prior, and it's just that the medicine, that's why I don't, well, anyway, I had to do what I had to do. But medicine, the chemicals with that level of heat that we have here in Florida, it is something. And then I hadn't eaten until I had the yoga early that morning around 7 something, and it was actually after about 2 o'clock when I hadn't eaten since then. And so I actually just got through eating something. So you see what time it is. It's not that I deliberately do that, guys. I don't have those kind of appetites, and so I have to force myself to eat because I normally eat in the evening, late evenings when I get home. So I normally don't have an appetite. I'm not thin because I'm anorexic. I'm thin because I don't eat a lot. I drink a lot. And so, but I have to have something with this particular medicine. I have to have something in my stomach in order to balance what it is doing. So that's what was going on with me today. But I still was going to get on here and still share this because my time here on earth, however long or however short, I intend to do what God has called me to do. And one of those things is to educate melanated people. Now, I'm going to be saying some things that they have to do a lot of history, a lot of things that are going on in everyday society. And when it comes down to real magic, you have to know what you're up against. And I think that a lot of us are disillusioned. And so I'm going to talk about it today. Today is July 4th. It is considered in the United States the Independence Day. And my subject is independence from who and why. So the reason why this particular information is important to melanated people, because when you're celebrating holidays in a country, you need to understand what you're celebrating. Now, I want to be very honest with you and upfront with you. It's a paid holiday. I'm a UPS driver, and I'm going to cash my money, okay? Even though I know the truth about what I'm about to talk about, I'm going to get my money, okay? So I don't want nobody to think because I know what I know that I'm not going to get whatever benefit that I can get out of that particular situation. Subscribe, like, done. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for subscribing to our channel. Now, first of all, United States of America was born in the age of cancer. Why is this important to you, sir and ma'am? It's because when you're celebrating holidays of a country that has conquered you, then you need to know that when you're out there celebrating independence, their independence that they're celebrating today has to do with their freedom from Great Britain, their mother. The people that run this country, the people that administrate in this country came from Great Britain. Their royal lineage. This is why the United States still focuses on Great Britain and the thing, whatever's going over with the Brits, because they are children of the Britain. And so they were actually Caucasian people. They were Great Britain was getting rid of and bringing them over here to the United States as fugitives, as criminals. So if you understand how America really was built and how they utilized African American people to help build this country, you will understand why when they venerate their ancestors, it has a lot to do with slavery. It has a lot to do with their frailty and when it comes down to who they believe that they are. This is why a lot of them do not want to deal with history. They create their own, a different history, and they tell a lot of lies. The truth of the matter is that Independence Day has nothing, and absolutely nothing, to do with melanated people. Other than you getting a paid holiday, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. The establishment of the United States had nothing to do with you. Usury of you, benefit from you, absolutely. But the idea, aloha, what's up, Miranda? Much love to you. And so I like to bring a clarity to the definition of independent. Okay? So I said who and why this is important for melanated people. First of all, independent means free from outside control and not dependent on another's authority. So that's what they're celebrating, that they're not dependent on Great Britain as they once were. So you are not a child of Great Britain, but the people of the United States are. So when they say that, and Donald Trump and all these other people say Americans, they're talking about Caucasian people. Actually, they're not lying. I'm going to say this again. That corporation, that capitalist society called the United States of America, is for Caucasian people. Now, Native American people and the Americas has nothing to do with the United States. The United States came in here and started making treaties and promises and on Native American land, and they began to deceive and, do what they did, and that's why we're here. Okay? But you need to understand there's a difference between the Americas and the actual United States itself as an entity, as a corporation. Okay? So when somebody is free of outside control or any influence of the outside of somebody else's authority, this is a reality of what I call transformation. Because transformation in the power of Oya or Yanza, it's about setting us free and setting us free. And so what does freedom look like? So I wrote down this, I want to give this metaphor. What does freedom look like? To all of you that are Sagittarius and you have Sagittarian placement, I want you to hear me out real clear, okay? Freedom looks like you are free from your parents' control, influence, rules, and regulations. But if you cannot afford the freedom, then you become the dependent of someone else, a husband or a wife. When you say that you're independent, that means that you are self-sufficient within yourself. I want melanated people to understand that we are not free. Okay? That the reason why you won't do proper conjure, because you think you're free. Now, I want to use the example of something I went through here where I live in a cul-de-sac. And because my neighbor felt that something was going on with my dog was not being treated right and fairly, they called the animal control people on me, right? A neighbor. After their kids playing with my dog and all of that, they still called the animal control. So the animal control left a notice on my door. That's how I found out they had been to my house. Now, if I was truly free, I would not have had to answer that. I'm going to say this again. If I was truly free, I would not have had to respond. Neither would I have had to accommodate her mind when it came about what I was doing with my animal in my house, on my premises where I pay taxes. I need us to understand what real freedom is. You really don't have a house, because if the United States wants to come and take your house, and you can pay all your bills and pay all your taxes, and they still can come and get your house. I need you to understand that when we're out here learning our African traditional sciences and why we need to transform and transcend, because we need to understand what it is to be free to operate in our energy, our frequency, and our vibration. If we were free to practice any type of religion that we so choose in the United States, then we would not be out here being demonized and called the devil and called, say, Satanism, or we would not have to be out here trying to justify or approve what type of religion or spirituality we so choose. Freedom of religion means that I don't have to answer to the opinions and the ideas of other people. And we in the United States know that's not true. If you are actually free, then you can walk in a department store and browse in that department store and not buy anything and not be walked up to and asked, can I help you? Because they're not trying to help you. They want to know if you're here to steal. Melanated people. You understand? Real freedom, it says, independent of somebody's authority and control. See, when we have a real definition, then I know to keep striving. I know that if I was truly free, I would need a driver's license. I would need identification, because you having my identity has nothing to do with me. I don't need to tell you who I am. I don't need to identify that I live at this address if I was truly free. When somebody can call the police officer and you can live in a $1.5 million house and they still want to meet the owner, and you're standing right there, your name's on the deed, your name's on the contract, but because I can't see, envision you having this type of house, y'all hear me? Then you, sir and ma'am, are not free. If the banking system can freeze your account, if the federal government can freeze your account, if IRS can come and take money out your account, then, sir and ma'am, you're not free. I'm going to say it again. So if you want to know why I do conjure, because I am clearly up under no delusion of that we're in a particular United States. Now, when we talk about the freedoms that we have in this country, it is depicted that we are all equal. That is the freedom that, as a citizen of the United States, that we have. Well, if you decide to have dual citizenship and you decide to follow your ancestry back and realize that you were already a native to this land, then the United States is not going to make you free from taxes, which they should. You should not have to pay for a land that your bloodline relatives were born on before the American, before the Caucasians came over here. Okay? The fact that we pay taxes is an indication that we're not free. The fact that we do tax returns is an indication we're not free. The fact that you have to go to a school system, or you can be charged with neglect to your child. I just want us to understand, like, let's not kid ourselves. I went to school, my children went to school, all of that. But we also know that if I opted out of that, then I would have to go to court. And if I decided to go the holistic way, healing my child or my children, and something happened to my child, they would charge me with parental neglect, correct? So you're not free. You're not free to administer your beliefs, your practices on your own biological child that came out of your body. Now, if you take your child to the doctor and your child still dies, the doctor is not held negligent. You're not free. I do realize that people don't like to hear this level of truth because they like to believe that there's no reason for your ancestry protection. There's no reason for your conjure. Oh, everything is a lot better now than it was before. Sir, ma'am, it's not true. Most Americans are in debt. Most people cannot live without credit. America was set up to make sure you were not free. I'm going to say that again. I am a six-figure man. And no matter what economic level that you are in, they have systems set intact that you're going to need their resources. And which means, certain man, you're not independent. Even with cash money, you can only go so far. I'm going to say that again. Even with cash money, you can only go so far. Why shouldn't I be able to make up my own money? Why do I have to use the money that comes from the United States? And because it's a legal note. You know why? Because I'm not free. I have to get paid through their system. I have to take care through their system. That's even whether you got money to pay for your health care or whether you have insurance. Matter of fact, whether you don't have insurance. There are still systems set up. You're not independent. You don't make the choices. If you go to a department store, whether you go to a mall or you buy your clothes on Amazon, somebody is already predetermined. You just going through an assortment or litany of clothes that you may find desirable to put on your body, but you didn't pick that garment. You didn't pick the fabric. You didn't pick the designer. There's a lot of choices that are being made for you every single day. And you claim to be free. I'm going to say it again. There's choices and decisions being made for you every single day. And based off of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you have to determine out of that, which has been determined, what you're going to choose and what route you're going to go. That, sir and ma'am, is not freedom. That's me or you choosing based off of lesser evils. What does freedom look like? I described that. I also talks about free transformation being freedom. The reason I say that is because as you metamorph, your energetic and your ancestors are going to morph you into the energy where freedom really abides. And so therefore, you're going to find yourself fighting, going against a lot of the systems that were set up for you to be conformed to. Schools, public, indoctrination, cynics, all of that. So, why is this important? Why will this be important? Because if you are going to teach me, you should teach me based off of who I am. What is happening is they're teaching you based off of curriculum that they have based off of some other people. And those other people are Caucasian people. Okay? And so what is happening to a lot of melanated kids, because the teachers do not understand. Now, let me give you an example of what I mean by this in the school system. I hear with my eyes and I see with my ears. I'm going to say that again to all of y'all a little slow. This is how I process information. I see with my ears and I hear with my eyes. And what that means is if my teacher has his or her back towards me, I didn't hear nothing they were talking. Even though they're vocalizing certain things, I have to see their mouth move, and that's how I hear. I hear with my eyes. Everybody has a different system about how they learn and process information. Whether you're an air sign, earth sign, water sign, or fire sign. And so therefore, because I understand how I process information, I know how to retrieve the information that is necessary for me. But when you have a system set up and they do not understand the students. I remember my cousin saying this. He wasn't talking to me. I was just present when he was talking, but he was talking to his mom and talking to my mother. And he said this something because I've always said he was slow. That's my opinion. I'm just being straight up with you. But that slow man taught me something that day. Because when we grew up, when we went to school together, I was always in either level 3 or gifted classes. So he was always in SLD classes. But I'm going to tell you what that SLD student taught me that day, listening to his conversation with him. He said, I'm not stupid. He said, I might not, he pointed to me, he said, I might not process it as fast as he does, but I still get it. Uh-oh. He said, I may not process the information as quickly as he does, but I still get the information. Because I don't process it as quickly as he does, now I'm labeled stupid. Uh-oh. Does it matter when you catch on? As long as you catch on. Okay. And then we go by a system that tells other people who's smart, because they create a system by which they can learn. But they don't have a system by which melanated people learn. Oh, that young man schooled me that day. I got shamed because I know, because the truth is, I know what I've been saying about him. Even though he's family and loving, but I've been saying, we always saying, and not just me, but I'm just talking about myself, putting myself on out there. But he schooled me that day. And I used to, when we used to come home from school, report card time, he used to be running home because he got all these A's. I'm like, damn, all you've been doing is coloring inside the line, and you ain't been doing no fractions, you ain't been doing no geometry. That ain't the point. He was processing information. A lot of us feel that because certain people don't catch on to certain things, that they're stupid. They may take a while to catch on, but don't mean they're not going to catch on. That's just like, we're created like trees, right? Some of the trees and the branches are closer to the sun, so they get the information a lot quicker. But doesn't mean that the other branches that are down below those other branches and trees not going to get that information. They're going to get the same, exact information. The same exact information. The fact that you don't have the freedom to actually teach your child. I used to tell my kids, I taught them about American history, and I said, but when you go in that classroom, in order to pass your class, you put what the white people want you to put on that paper. But this is the truth. I should be able to teach my kids the real history in spite. I don't need the system of this world to educate my child about real black history and black arts and black science and black excellence. You need the system to determine what my child is supposed to be informed of. You want to dictate who my child's heroes should be. You want them to look up to Thomas Edison instead of Shaka Zulu. And so, sir, ma'am, that's not freedom. You want them to learn about Benjamin Franklin when there were melanated people that would make Benjamin Franklin look like he was an SLD student. You understand? The level of creativity. I want y'all to know what real freedom is. We wouldn't have to go out here and vote. And when you vote and you vote people in office, you still have to legislate. I'm in Florida. Ron DeSantis should not have the freedom to determine what my child learns about. He shouldn't be determining what kind of information in African studies, what is African. Merely for the fact he's not African. And not that he wants to be. But he doesn't want me to know my history, because my history sets me free. Whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. And see, one of the plots that they in American history is they had schools that they would go and send the slave masters to learn how to keep us in bondage. And one of the tools that they utilize to keep us from being free, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually, is to take away our history. He said, because as long as these people know who they are, they will never submit to you. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. As long as this tribe knows who they are and where they come from, they will never submit to you. They will never submit to your ideas. They will never, because why would greater submit to lesser? Even in my transformation, the fact that I know that I can go from a caterpillar to a butterfly already puts me in a position not to listen to you, because you can't do that. You don't have transformational powers. You understand? A part of magic and spirituality is go back to a genesis of a thing. And so therefore, if we want to be set free, then we need to understand how we are allowing ourselves to take in information that we know is not true. And then we walk around and parade about a degree, whether it's a bachelor's degree, whether it is a a doctorate degree, a master's degree, or a PhD on information that is not true. And you're proud that you have a certificate that you were able to regurgitate falsities. That's nothing to be proud of, sir and ma'am. Do you not know that cancer has already been cured? Dr. Sebi is not the first one that found out the formula to health. Every single time somebody invents something that's for the betterment of all people, they destroy it. As parasitic as the United States is. So when you are here and you're saying, well, Pastor Ely, what does this have to do with me? It has a lot to do with you. You don't have freedom. I can give you another example. There's a garbage day that I have to put my trash out. And then if I don't put my trash at a certain time, even though I pay taxes, they won't pick up my trash. That's not no freedom. Is anybody hearing me a little bit? Anybody wanna oh, okay. Freedom is to determine how you want to live your reality. But they told you in order to live your reality, you have to go through their system of education. You have to go be approved. You got more black people that are educated and ignorant than ever before. You have more homes broken up by educated people. I'm going to say it again. What real freedom do you have? If I don't go to work tomorrow, I don't get paid. That's freedom? They tell us we got freedom of privacy. But I guarantee everything I done did on my phone, everything I did, the United States know about it. I told them all the time when they be surveilling my phone. I said, don't be listening at my conversation on my phone because you're going to get all hot and bothered and you ain't going to come over here and get none of this good for free. So you can sit there and listen to me all day long, all of our televisions. What freedom of privacy? What freedom? Look at Hilda Clark. They destroyed her. Every time we come up with a science that betters melanated people, they kill the individual. They make us melanated people think they're crazy. I'm like I said, I'm not interested in being popular. I am interested in melanated people getting the truth, to go study for yourself, to understand what real freedom is, understanding why they do not want us to join as a collective, why no matter how much truth I tell on my platform, that melanated people are going to find a reason to disregard that because it costs to be free. Just like when you are free from your parents' house, it costs you to be free, to get your own place, to get your own bed, to get your own refrigerator, to get your own groceries. And you know what? Melanated people don't want to work. Real magic is work. Real creativity is work. Real conjure is work. Real freedom is work. To be free to have my own ideas, to do what I want, when I want, and how I want. That's a great responsibility. It's not just free to go out here and be rambunctious all through the universe. That's not what it is. Because there's still rules and regulations in the spirit world. But to be up under the delusion that you're a free certain man, that type of freedom that they're trying to sell you, that's not what kind of freedom we have. Our freedom starts within ourselves. We get ourselves to a place where we set ourselves free. Free from the ideas and the opinions of other people. Every time melanated people try to grow their own fruit, what happens? They try to regulate it. Anybody that wants, a parent that does not intend for their child to leave home is going to handicap that child. They're going to make it easier for that child to stay home. They're going to tell that child they don't have to put up with this and put up with that in hopes that that child will think that it's easier to stay in mama or daddy's house. It's no different. If you as a country wanted us to be individuals, then you would stay out of our business. Because we don't need your help to live free. We don't need your help to educate our children. We don't need your help to advance our civilization. We don't need your help to learn how the universe works, because we are the universe. Everything comes natural to us. This is why you call of us sorcery, because we're the source. You understand? And you know you don't want that. You can't have that. You have to make melanated people feel proud to get that white certificate. Huh? But you ain't healed nobody. You ain't set nobody free. You ain't delivered anybody. But holistic people, people of knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the universe, and our bodies, and how our bodies are operating, why can't? Why you don't want natural childbirth? We've been doing it for centuries without your hospitals, without your surgeons. There's more catastrophes that go on in medical science now than there has ever been. And that's because parasitic people are surgeons. Parasitic people are nurses. Parasitic people are running this country. Sir, man, you're not free. And this particular day has absolutely nothing to do with melanated people. You have fought in their wars, and you still ain't free. You paid their taxes, and you still not free. You've taken on their gods, and you still not free. You've taken on their image with your blue hair, blue eyes, and your blonde hair. You done metamorph so you can look like them, and you still not free. You actually sit with them and laugh at blackface and jokes of ridicule against melanated people and call melanated people monkeys and niggers, and you still not free. You've actually received awards, and you sit all kind of places, and you still not free. You still don't do what you want to do. You can run from them. You can jump for them. You can play tennis for them. You can play golf for them. You're still not free, sir and ma'am. Because when they want to dethrone you, and that's the purpose of somebody making sure you're not independent, so they can crown you when they want to crown you, and they can dethrone you when they want to. The reason why we go through our African sciences, because once I am crowned, I'm crowned forever. Minister Mario, son of Achosi, once crowned, forever crowned. You can't take that from him. You can't take it from me or anybody else, by that matter, that has been truly crowned. Are you hearing? See, this is why we understand energy, and we understand that energy is eternal. And so therefore, why would I go after something temporal? Why would I go after something that's corruptible, where you can get in, steal, and break, or damage, or take as your own? If you were really looking for independence, democracy, as we call it here in the United States, then there's no need. There is absolutely no need for all the stuff that is going on with melanated people, the redlining. You're shifting income to Caucasian people. Only reason why I have the credit that I have, and I've said this before, is because of the zip code I live in. I can afford to live in a affluent area, and so therefore, my credit, I've always gotten higher credit when I went through the website, or I went through my phone to apply for credit. I always got lesser credit when I went in person. Same income, same, everything's the same. The fact that that person behind that counter sees that I'm black, all of a sudden now either I don't get it, or I get a lower balance. But if I go after that same credit card through social media, where you can't, all you got is my numbers and my zip code, and when my zip code comes up, you see what kind of income that comes in there, and all of a sudden now I get the highest balance that you can offer. And you say don't have nothing to do. Is that really freedom? Do we have to go through these changes? So you're not free. What's up, my baby Scorpio? That's why we need our sign. Exactly. Listen, all I'm doing as a good attorney of the Lord, is I'm building a case. I'm doing a Psalm 35. I'm pleading my case. I can't make no grown man, woman do absolutely nothing. I am Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr., and the only ass I control is my own. But what I am doing is trying to get you to understand, you're not doing me a favor from your graveyard work, your instrument. You're doing your own soul a favor. You're getting yourself together so you can have some true independence. some real independence, some freedom thinking. As long as you got to get out and march when one of our children get shot down, choked down, and killed right in daylight, it's in daylight, right in front of us. Why do I have to march when you killed them in cold blood? I'm confused. Why am I doing the same thing that Martin Luther King did in his dispensation? And you think you're free? You think the child that was born in this age is free? You're not even free. It's a delusion. Oh, I can go where I want. Actually, you can't. That's why they label it unauthorized personnel. When they had alien sightings or things that had to do with melanated people, all of a sudden that area, a fossil came up or something. They dug up one of our shrines or one of our temples. All of a sudden now we don't have any rights to that observation or that excavation that they have done. Why is that off limits? You don't own it. You didn't even own the land. You out there digging in a land that didn't belong to nobody, and all of a sudden now the government has sealed it off. But it's archaeologists says it comes from African people. The oldest body found in these Americas is a black woman. Not just Africa, but over here in Americas. So why, if something is coming from my race of people, why don't I have access to it? Why all of a sudden I got to see it in a museum? That's why I love the movie Wakanda. And when he came in there and he wanted that artifact, and she was saying, "Oh, it's not for sale." He said, "I didn't say I was gonna buy it." He said, when you took it from my ancestors, you didn't buy it, you took it, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it. It's mine. And don't twist none of that I'm saying. I'm just telling you the truth. That Great Britain, their crowns are made of diamonds, and they got stolen gold in Great Britain right now that come from African people. It was stolen from Africa. Literally stolen from Africa. They're walking around with jewelry and jewels and rubies that actually was stolen out of Africa. And you're calling them kings and queens. And it's your shit on their head. You don't think you disillusioned? You don't think that's not royalty? They call that theft. In any language, in any society. So I want to know where your freedom is. Can I freely go in there if I can prove that that is my bloodline and those diamonds come from my bloodline? Can I just take that off King Charles' head? Or am I going to be killed because I'm coming for my stuff? So don't tell me about freedom. When a thief can walk around, I have people that have gone to prison for the first offense. And Donald Trump is walking around here with not just 34 felony charges, but he has other charges that he's been found guilty and found guilty of fraud. What freedom? Sir, ma'am. So what are you celebrating today? I'm going to get my money like everybody else because it's a paid holiday. But I'm not going to get out here. And guess what? If Minister Mara was here, we'd be out here grilling and everything else, but we would be grilling with full knowledge of why we grilling. It ain't got nothing to do. I do a lot of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with American history because I know a whole lot of truth when it comes down to that. Demetrius said, I think those Jews were stolen from Kenya or Congo. I don't give a damn where I it's stolen, and it come from us. What do you think about Project 2025? It's actually 25. You put 24. I think that melanated people, like always, we wait till something happens, and then we want to respond, and we want to have a fake outrage. One thing about the divine people, we are always warned. God let nothing come upon us unaware. But you know what the problem is? If you can't be the top of the Christmas tree, you can't be the star, you can't have the leading role, you don't want to be a supporting actor, you don't want to be a supporting cast. That's how black people think. If they can't spearhead something and get the limelight, and not because they're just as colonized, and a lot of these women around here talking about patriarchy, a lot of the women that talks about feminine energy, they don't operate in feminine energy. They operate in patriarchy. They're just chicks with dicks. Because if you are truly operating feminine energy, there is no need to derail and demean black men when black men were born from black women. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg. Which came first, the man or the woman? The woman. So whatever is on earth, you're talking about yourself. Because you have birthed all this shit here. The black melanated woman is the only vessel, living, breathing creature upon planet Earth. Not my opinion, not my suggestion, not even my preference. It's the only one that carries the Eve gene. And the Eve gene allows her to birth every type of person on planet Earth. There is no civilization without her. There's no congregation of souls without her. There's no manifestation of Ogun, Zerabanda, Nkisi, Loa without her. She is the gateway to this earth realm. And any power that has ever manifested on earth came from her. You want to be real truthful. Why you think Oya rules in my head? Not even my Fedi Fum Bablu Aye. Oya runs this. She. Because it's feminine energy. The archangels, all feminine. They the one turned them to masculine energy. Mikael is not it's a masculine energy as far as the sun, but feminine energy nonetheless. That's why it's called, the sun is called the life giver. And the only person that qualifies as a life giver is the woman. The only one. The only one that qualifies as a nurturer is the moon, the woman. What came first? Masculine energy or feminine energy? Feminine. That's why I know a lot of people ain't trying to learn real magic. Because if you were learning real magic, you would find this stuff out of order. I started out with a lot of y'all ears in Christianity and all that stuff. I found out later a lot of that shit wasn't real. It wasn't true. It was lies. It's okay. But if you want to know, you want to truly be independent, then you have to go through metamorphosis. You need to be transformed. And I'm not just talking about black men. I'm talking about black women. Because you're too interested in being a white woman to ever return back to your roots. You're too busy trying to compete with her and her man. You're not trying to be the African queen and deity that you were designed to be. You're too busy trying to be a white woman. Happy Halloween. That's what your problem is. You're not interested in being a medicine woman. You're trying to be like Sarah. You're trying to be like Karen. That's who you're interested in. And when the black woman finds herself, we all gonna be set free. Whom the sun set free, free indeed. And they say sun, S-U-N. It's feminine strength. It's not that it just, black women don't want to be, they think feminine means weak. It's not black men that think black women are weak. It's black women that think black women are weak. It's black women that undermine other black women and to dethrone them. It's other black, and please don't play with me on my platform because I do a lot of cleansing work for a lot of people and majority women. So don't tell me what y'all don't do to one another because you do. Because you do. If anybody gonna get you fired on the job, you a racist. I can't be a racist. I have never set up a system nowhere on planet Earth to hinder the growth, the flourishment, the welfare, and economic prosperity of any people. The only racist that has done that is the United States of America. I have never enslaved people in order for me to have a lifestyle and to build wealth off of the backs of other people. I could not possibly be a racist. That, and actually the word racist was made by white people. Y'all don't want to acknowledge your personal race. Every time we talk about truth and reality, I said nothing against white people. Nothing against. I'm just telling you the facts about the state of America and the United States of America. Why does that make me a racist? Because I encourage melanated people. That makes me a racist. You can believe in white power, but I can't believe in black power. Tell me the difference. Me telling my melanated people to go into themselves and to understand who they are, that offends you, that is definitely racist. What me encouraging my own melanated people has to do with any of you? All I said, that we don't need you. We don't need your parasitic ass in our lives. We don't need you to educate us. We have created all this shit over here. Every invention you have benefited from came from melanated people. Every last one of them. When you study your American history and true American history, you're going to always find black. Because American history is black history. You don't have a White House without black people. You don't have gold and silver without black people. You don't have systems of school without black people. You don't have immunizations without black people. You don't have cures without black people. Everything that you benefit and sit on today came from black people. Okay? Everything, huh? You wouldn't even know how to wash and clean your ass if it wasn't for the Moors. Black people. Huh? You would still out here be fucking goats and sheep right now and sucking the dick of horses. Huh? And that's including Queen Elizabeth. If it wasn't for black people training you that that's not kosher. Huh? We train y'all how to do hygiene. You didn't learn that from your mama. You didn't learn because your mama was nasty and your daddy was nasty. Y'all was filthy. Y'all was in cave. That's why we use the terminology caucasity. That's where we get that from. Cave dwellers. Follow your real history. See, if you follow your real history, you'll get humble. If black people, melanated people follow their real history, they will become divine. It's a difference. See, the further we go back, the more divine we become. The further you go back, the more caveman and cavewoman you become. And you already know that. So, miss us with the racist shit. Okay? Thank you. And this is why it's important and imperative that melanated people support programs and platforms like this, where you can actually get the real truth and you get support from melanated people, and then we get to certain levels, then it's more of us operating in our divine energy and frequency and vibrate, and therefore we will liberate ourselves. Ain't no white Jesus coming and cracking the sky and to set us free. We're going to set ourselves free. Our own energy, our own chaos energy, our own 6 neutron, electrons, and protons are going to set us free. Our own energy. Because it's already free. They can't control it. You can kill us, but our energy doesn't die. We're just going to reincarnate and do it again. And we're going to come back stronger and stronger. And you've seen that over so many histories. No matter what you've done to us. No matter what you've done to our ancestors. Our melanin is our power. It's carbon. It's life. And so therefore, our real independence lies within our melanin. Lies within us returning back to Mother Earth and Father Sky. That's where our independence lies. And therefore, we will transcend your bullshit. Because and when melanated people's eyes really come open, they're going to ask themselves the question, why am I even entertaining this? When a fly is swarming around a horse's ass, a horse doesn't turn around to address the fly. He takes his tail and pop. When melanated people figure out what I'm really saying and what I'm really trying to give them, they won't entertain you. They won't have a conversation. They don't even want to sit at your board meetings because they know your board meetings are bullshit. But until we get there, until enough of us get there, and we are actually independent within our own energy, frequency, and vibration, and that we understand what really liberates us, continue with your apple pie. Oh, say, can you see? Oh, why do we have, when we sing the Star Spangled Banner, why they don't want us to sing all the lyrics of the Star Spangled Banner? Because the more you sing that Star Spangled Banner, the more racist it gets. It's some verses in that Star Spangled Banner make your perm straight. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the nights with the lights from above. Sounds like an enchantment, getting melanated people to bless America. Using your Gemini oil has given me the power to my truth. It is powerful, very powerful. Way, true liberation. Get your zodiac. Me say y'all better get y'all zodiac oil. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you what the yes, my products work. But I'm going to tell you something, Demetri. If you didn't want the truth, it wouldn't matter what I do for you. It doesn't matter what you're actually seeking for the truth. See, this is the thing that melanated people understand. If you are seeking for the truth, a lot of it will lead you, but you're not seeking for the truth. You're seeking for acceptance. Let me tell y'all something. Historically, black men been sleeping with other black men for centuries. Ain't nothing new up on the sun. Black women were sleeping with, before there, any form of homosexuality by their definition, black women been laying up with other black women before black men were even created. I'm going to say it again. The first same-sex relationship were women. I'm going to say it again. The first same-sex relationship were women, not men. So let me give you some more spiritual insight. The only difference between me and a woman is that the woman gave up her femininity so testosterone could turn her into me. But I started out like her. Every man starts out female. He does not start out male. He turns into male. So a woman is really fucking herself when she fucks a man. I'm going to say this real slow. You're having sex with a man because that man, clitoris, became a penis. His testicles became, his ovaries became testicles. But he started out female. Simon was a true Congo god, yeah. Like our real history and our real magic, and that's why I do magic from ancient. Like I go as far back as I can in my ancestry so I can do the real magic. That's what y'all hear me say about real magic and real spirituality. All this watered down version of voodoo with Catholicism and Christianity, the child that don't destroy yokes and remove burdens. I need the heavy stuff. I need in the beginning. The earth was null and void and full of darkness. I want that Archie. When it was null and void and it was just the depths of the ocean and he had to say, let there be light, I want that Archie. That's the Archie I be. That's cardinal. That's primordial energy. That Archie there, now you got some power. Now you can transcend and get you some real independence. Get you some real victory. They dealt with real Archie. This right now, most of it is so watered down. As I bought some liquor. I bought some liquor Saint Germain for one of my members because she's a heavy drinker. I was like, you didn't like it? She said, I ain't saying I didn't like it. She said it wasn't strong enough. That's why I feel about some of this conjure y'all out there learning. It's still liquor, but it ain't strong enough. Don't call me brother. I don't know who you is. I don't know you. Don't call me brother. You might be my enemy. I don't know. We on social media. Who is my mother? Who is my father? Them that do the will. And I don't know what will you doing. So I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being honest. I ain't out here looking for relatives. I don't even want some of the ones I got. Yeah, there are certain spaces and energy sectors that melanated people are eventually going to have to go back to that's on the planet in the Americas, and it's going to enhance our powers. You got to understand, we have sacred grounds where we have to get back to, where we can tap into that arche of our ancient ancestors. They may have it guarded and or what have you, but they can't tap into it because they don't carry the DNA code. They don't have that DNA code. We do. And so therefore they were going to continue to have us going around here and running after this and running after that and trying to be this and trying to be that instead of being who we really are, chaos beings. All right, I said my piece of that. I hope that you support the channel. I hope you super chat. I hope that you study for yourself and don't just go by what Chief Apostle Ely said. I hope that melanated people understand what independence is, and that this particular celebration of today of independence has nothing to do with our independence. It's the freedom from Great Britain and all their atrocities. Got nothing to do with you. If we're going to celebrate independence, we need to liberate ourselves and stop going around here trying to be like these other people. Aren't you? Don't you think you're fascinating? I think I'm very fascinating. Don't you think you're interesting? I think I'm very interesting. Don't you think you're powerful? I think I'm very powerful. I'm not here to explain myself. I'm here to show myself. Until melanated people wake up, the tomfoolery is going to keep on going on. Hit that like button, hit the share. I want you to learn magic. I do. But I want you to learn magic with an open mind, with an understanding of what we're really fighting against. And so enjoy your day. Enjoy your ribs, your collard greens, your potato salad, anything else you have done today. But please, sir and ma'am, let's celebrate our own freedom. And to all of my Haitian brothers and sisters out there, and I can say my brothers and sisters in Haiti, you're not free either. You're not independent. You are still subservient to France. You're still speaking Creole, which is the language of your slave masters. So, sir and ma'am, you're no freer than the Americas over here. You're no freer. Jamaican, that patois, all of that, Geechee, that's not freedom, baby. You have not returned back to your roots either. Because a part of Obeah is still Christianity. Because I practice that too. And so we utilize a lot of that same concept, mosaic magic, in Obeah work. Let's not play. We all need to be free for real. I'm going to give the definition again so you don't think it's my personal opinion. Free from outside control, not depending on another's authority. Sir and ma'am, this is what you need to be supported freely. Oh, Obeah is powerful because of the people that practice it. The reason why Christianity has any power is because black people practice Christianity. We give life to everything that we mess with. That's whether it's the lie or the truth. Huh? Can't nobody sing about Jesus who never existed than the Clark sisters. Huh? If they won't make you feel the Lord that never existed, because they give their energy. They give their arche. When you see a singer performing, they're giving their arche. That's what you're feeling. You're not feeling the Holy Spirit from heaven. You're feeling the Holy Spirit from that singer. That's why when they're not anointed, that's why you don't feel nothing. Just lyrics. But when they're connected to what they're singing about, you see manifestation. Clark sisters are anointed, melanated women. Doesn't matter what they believe in. We can make anything real. Anything. Inanimate object, anything. Because we're life givers. If that wasn't true, we couldn't use voodoo dolls. That made of cloth. That made of pine cones. Whatever we want to make it of. And we can give life to it. That's real energy. That's real frequency. Real vibration. We're the life giver to all of this shit. Amen. Amen. And the next time you Christians say amen, you're really saying Amen Ra. That's out of Egyptology. Not amen. It don't mean so be it. It's Amen Ra. That's who you really saying that to. And that's who you calling on. And that's also primordial energy, which is dark matter, which is necromancy. Just because you break off a name, don't make it not talking to that God. Okay? So amen. Amen Ra. That's what you really saying. Christians sneak in. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And thank you so much for supporting what we do on this platform. I hope that yeah, I'm trying to stay cool. Oh, but just like, what's up? Got some new people in here. But if not, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to super chat. And once again, I got stuff I need to do, but I want to say I love y'all, and we're gonna do better. I'm gonna keep on, as they said, cry loud and spare not. I'm gonna keep on, and somebody gonna catch on. God ain't got me out here for nothing. There's somebody that's actually comprehending what is being said and divulged here. So enjoy your Independence Day. Eat your potato salad, but let's get some real freedom. All right, love y'all.